Mm-hmm.
It's demolish and rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Their entire infrastructure in certain areas are gone.
Yes.
I have people who I spoke to who used to live down here in the low country, which is right on the water coast. Normally, these storms may travel up the Gullah Geechee Carter, Jacksonville, Florida, and Jacksonville, North Carolina, staying along the water. When it cut inland, one young lady said, I left the low country, so we flood all the time down here, thinking when I went upstate, I'd get away from this water. This is, as they said, a 1 in 100 year situation. It does not happen up in those mountains.
Wow. As far as you're aware,
Asheville, the mountain town was covered with water.
yes. Can you imagine that? A mountain town.
I didn't even,
Tell me, Brenda, what's the response effort been like so far? Has that been effective? What? Quick, slow, what?
yeah, they're coming in from around all the states. They're first trying to make some roads passable. Have situations where roads have been washed away
Mm-hmm.
because you have all right. You have the low country down on the coast, which is by the ocean, and then you have the lower hill situation, which is the bottom of a mountain. Those areas, but anyway, you normally would get a mountainous runoff, but everything just piled up. The way the storm came in, rivers and sea were already full. So when it went and sat on top of the mountain, it's just like filling up. There's no place for it to flow, water, buck water. Everything just filled in.
Yes.
Now, the rescues that they're attempting, FEMA, Army Corps of Engineers, I know Charleston itself has set firefighters up. They're responding from all measures, but you have places where roads were impossible to get there.
Mm.
And it's a lot of places hit at the same time so that they're working their way through. Those who can go in by the air and drop, that's possible. But like even people in Greenville I spoke to today, they don't expect light for at least a week or so, if they're lucky. If you've seen the videos and stuff that come out of the low mountain area and up in Asheville,
Mm-hmm.
they're still searching for peace. The waters are still receding.
Mm.
It's a start over situation.
Yes. What about your
Can't
part
find
of
everybody though.
what
That's the
about
thing.
your part of South Carolina? Essentially spared or what?
We had rain for about a day and a half. High winds. Normally, I'm right downtown Charleston. That when I first got here, Mr. McWatt, come up my street and says high tide. So when I say it's the low country, we're right at the water table. So any extra little water is just like the same seawall that they were building in Kingston is the same seawall that happens down at the battery here that they've been fixing up. Because them waters hit the right way, they're coming over.
So all
Where
I
I live is a basin area. Yes, them run like a canoe through the water when it comes, but they've been working on it, so pumps were in place.
so hold on, Brenda. You come from Jamaica?
I am Jamaican by parentage. Now, one of them not one of them, I'm British born, but trust me, now I'm a citizenship. I
Oh,
attended school in Jamaica from 7 to 14.
you what?
I attended school in Jamaica from 7 to 14. St. Teresa Prep, Tradiga Park College, St. Catherine's Primary, and Bishop Gibson High School for girls.
Oh, okay, okay.
Then I
But
just sort of get my foundation.
me hear it, me hear it.
Yeah.
So you live
But yeah,
in
man, the water, this is the reason where water licked. And down in the further islands, remember, we got Jamaicans in Savannah that have been there for umpteen years. They're
mm-hmm.
along those areas in the base and the smaller sea islands along that area. I saw posts where they had warming shelters because there was a lot of water. But
Yes.
those places where Mr. them people are tough, yeah, and people are wrong
Mm.
Prior to the
and don't
storm
know.
hitting Brenda, was there an attempt to evacuate certain parts of those states that were expected to feel the brunt of the impact?
Well, we didn't get um, an evacuation notice. What the government did do the day before was declare a state of emergency. Them no ramp when it comes to water around here. Like I said, the Atlantic right there. I'm in a port city. The only thing Charleston doesn't have is coconut trees. The lizards are here. Crab is here. Fish is here. I'm in a port city. This is the port that during slavery time, 40 to 60% of African Americans trace their descendants here. This is where the boats came. Those docks still run.
Yes.
Maritime trade still runs. Water runs the low country.
And what's the name of the
At
city?
least anybody
Charleston?
expected. Pardon?
What's the name of the city?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, yes.
Charleston.
Right, right. Wow.
S-T-O-N. It used to be Charlestown. It was
Right.
founded in 1670, but
Yeah.
over time it evolved to Charleston. Nobody expected them waters that were up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mountains are supposed to be, and remember, when you have water running on mountains, it should come down somewhere. It should flow into. But those riverbeds were already crested.
So do you
But
have
the
quite a
devastation, in the path that it took inland, it sat on the mountain.
do you have quite a few Jamaicans there in Charleston?
In Charleston,
Yes.
I'd say in South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
yeah, them there, I know. Because back in the day, what usually would happen is people from South would migrate to different eastern cities or other cities. And they always buck up upon island people. And then they bring them home. And I'd like to say that the island people would get down south and say, wait, this seems like home. So whoever was down south would go back to whatever city that they met them, and the person from the island would stay. These are the areas that had hospitality workers. Still one a large number of hospitality workers, farm workers. When they come to the islands, when they say they come to Island, St. Helena Island, Beaufort, Sullivan's Island, Mount Pleasant, this is where they're coming to, the low country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamaicans and there, but it's one where the accent assimilates. It can disappear. Let me see if I can say. I have to change my mindset. Now we're in the Low Country, so see they talk a bit different. They talk like at times they sound like they're Bayesian. So you ain't know exactly what they say. You gotta listen real careful. Yeah, I'm a straight Barbados right there. There are variations in the accent, so that at times people may come across the Gullah Geechee and thought they were speaking to Jamaica, because the accents will roll right in. But to the Jamaican ear, the Gullah Geechee sound like they're from Barbados. But it was Barbadian settlers who first founded Charleston.
Yeah. Good. How you like it there?
But the language came from the fact that here was Carolina gold rice. Rice was king. So it's rice, indigo, and cotton. And they were specific in the Africans that they kidnapped to bring to these regions. They brought them from the rice coast, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Senegal.
Yeah.
So it's the amalgamation of those languages that make up the Gullah Geechee.
How do you like it there?
Depending on where you are, freshwater Geechee, saltwater Geechee, but the tongue, the language is Gullah.
I was asking you, Brenda, how do you like it there?
And they can handle the water. They're Sea Island people.
Brenda, you know, hear me, you know. May I ask you how you like it there?
Pardon?
May I ask you how you like it there? You like it there in Charleston?
Oh, yeah, I've been here 14 years.
Oh.
I told you the only thing they don't have is coconut trees.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Come
Brenda.
here and breathe.
And
If
what?
you drive the right way off the main road, you can't see chicken across the road.
Yes.
Banana tree are growing in my backyard there. So even though for some reason everybody grow banana trees like decoration and they don't eat them to them right.
Oh.
Yeah, I walk down the street one day and find, what is it? About 1,500 banana from the stop. I just put it on my shoulder and walk home with it. That's another show.
Oh, my God.
Charleston, South Carolina, home to, South Carolina Reggae Jerk and Wine, Charleston Carolina Carnival. We have wonderful people like Lorna Beck who make sure that Jamaica is on the forefront.
I hear you.
Again, I said throughout the state of South Carolina, you can find Jamaicans, but the Gullah Geechee culture is more prominent. The families are mixed. And a Jamaican doesn't really have to be that Jamaican. You don't have to be out there. You're in a mix of people where technically the foods are the same.
Yes.
It just the season may be a little different. But then blend on functional weather. You want beach, you want farm, you want city. Some are attached to the military bases. There's Boeing here, Volvo. There's a lot of businesses here. Now,
Yeah.
up in Greenville, which is upstate, that's where they make the BMW. Enough
Yeah.
yachty up there. Columbia, enough yachty up there. They're tucked in different spaces. Down Myrtle Beach, enough Jamaican down there.
Okay.
Mitchellville.
So Brenda, Brenda,
Hilton in the area. In terms
Brenda.
of tourism, yes.
let me ask you, how the election
Back
looking?
part of Beaufort, Port Royal. Yeah, they're about none.
How the election looking come November 5?
Hardyville. All the little towns along those ways, you will find Jamaica.
Brenda, you hearing me?
This is one of the tourism capitals of America. When COVID happened and people couldn't get out, they came to Charleston, South Carolina. Home the beaches.
Brenda, are you hearing me? Brenda? I don't
Did I
think
lose you?
I don't think Brenda is hearing me, you know. Brenda?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I was asking you how the election's looking for November.
Hello?
How the election looking for November?
Hello?
No, she not hear me. All right. That was. Where did you find her dinner? Oh, okay. Okay. Dana have our contacts. Brenda? 22 minutes going up to 8 o'clock. Speaking with Brenda Peart in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. And she's a Jamaican. Yeah. And it's amazing to hear.
Colorful, very colorful individual.
You know, what is lovely to hear is when she switches. Anyway, time for your feedback, time for your calls now. 876-630-937124, 876-618-8255.
Make lasting impressions. Register now for the Make Your Mark Business and Personal Etiquette Conference set for October 30 at the Jamaica Pegasus. Sponsored by Caledonia Outdoor Advertising, Monographic Printers, JPS, Nationwide News Network, Supply County, Jamaica Broilers Group, From Thought to Finish, Intelligent Multimedia Limited, Visual Tech Solutions, the Jamaica Observer, and Main Event Group. Come make your mark and attend the Business and Personal Etiquette Conference October 30. Call 876-978-6001 or visit www.makeyourmarkgroup.com now to register.
Calling all fishermen in Jamaica. We are in the hurricane season. Weather changes are more frequent and you need your daily marine weather forecast to keep you informed of these changes. Hurry and register now with the Jamaica Fishermen Cooperative Union Limited. They will see that you get your daily marine report on time. Visit them at 44 Beechwood Avenue or call 876-968-0411. Don't delay. This is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Ministry of Health and Wellness wishes to advise awardees of the Dr. Barrington Wint Memorial Scholarship Program that the deadline to complete their bonding agreement has been extended to Friday, October 18, 2024. Awardees who face challenges with meeting the requirements of their bonding agreement are encouraged to call the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service at 876-922-8600 or visit the office at 30 National Heroes Circle, Kingston 4. They can also send an email to collet.mccausland@mof.gov.jm. That was a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Looking to add a touch of elegance to your room? The Lighting World by Fosrich is having a massive lighting blowout sale. Get your wall lamps, chandeliers, ceiling lamps, fans, and more at amazingly low prices. Sale begins Sunday, September 29, with up to 50% off selected items. It's the Fosrich Lighting Blowout Sale, September 29. Shop and save only at Fosrich. Open Sundays.
Tie your laces, put on something purple, and support the CIBC Caribbean Walk for the Cure. Join us at Hope Gardens on Sunday, October 6th at 6 a.m. We're walking, running, and moving in the fight against cancer. Sign up today at runningeventsja.com. Registration fee $3,000 includes your Walk for the Cure t-shirt while supplies last. CIBC Walk for the Cure, Sunday, October 6th, 6 a.m. at Hope Gardens. All proceeds in aid of the Jamaica Cancer Society.
Good evening, it's 7:42 and we're taking your calls. The numbers are 630-937-124 and 618-8255. Faithful, you're on the line.
Good evening, Siobhan. Good evening, Cliff.
Good evening, good evening.
Okay, the by-election. I noticed that the government bring out all the all the big wheel, and you could only muster 11,090 votes. And the reaction from
5,000, not even 11, 5,000.
What did I say? 5,090 votes.
Yes.
Okay, and I note the reaction from the people. The various reasons why they're not voting, and with all the support that Matthew get on from all account, they endorse Matthew and they think that he's a very good person. So if they could get that reaction from Northeast and which I think is one of their favorite stamping ground, what is it in the rest of the constituency where the support is not that great like what is in St. Anne?
Mm-hmm.
I deem it as a steep uphill battle they have to fight, they have to travel if they wish to maintain being in government again.
Mm-hmm. And certainly that group of people who express that kind of sentiment, that they're not feeling the development, are the type of people Mr. Holness is going to want to court across the island in order to shore up his support.
Yes, I'm thinking that country should be one of the best, one of the favorite, one of the safest. And if they are struggling so much with the sentiment that they express, they're not working together, and they're not going on all these things. I'm just thinking about the rest of the constituency.
But still bear in mind, though,
where the support is not that great.
But still bear in mind, Faithful, it's still a by-election. No one really expects a massive turnout for a by-election, and any kind of turnout or enthusiasm for such a contest is always going to be muted unless there are some very serious stakes at play. But no one expected anybody but Matthew Samuda to win in Northeast St. Anne, so I can't imagine there was any big fanfare or request for great turnout from the supporters.
Yeah, that's on the one part, but the reaction of the people why they don't want to vote. And I'm thinking that as I said before, I'm going to repeat myself. As I said before, that Kansas, it should be one of their favorite place. And I'm thinking about the Mainmore constituency, where they're going that fertile for them, or are they going to make it?
But you're right, Faith. As I said, it does point to the fact that those disaffected voters that spoke to our news team earlier today, pointing out that they're not really seeing what the politics are doing for them, is the type of people the Prime Minister is desperately trying to court now going into the general elections, and those people will play a part in deciding who will form the next government.
And do they seize of the moment?
No, but
Do
you
they
hear
feel,
it in the Prime Minister's pronouncements recently in terms of what he's trying to accomplish for the electorate and the task that he is up against. He's made it quite clear in his most recent speech about what he hopes to bring to the electorate and why it is important that they understand how he's approaching politics differently from his predecessors. So he's seized of the fact of what needs to be done.
see, what, you don't think that they are starting out too late now?
I'd have to turn to Mr. Hughes on that one as to whether they're starting out late. I don't think it's never too late. He still has months ahead of a
No,
general
but,
election, and he still has one more budget before we
yeah,
go to a poll.
yeah, but in a sense that, if you're gonna wait at the last moment to do the right thing, in my mind that would be disrespectful.
In politics, and I keep on quoting Harold Wilson, a week in politics is a long time.
Just,
And that is not to say there's also the reality that when the tide turns
exactly,
against
that's all I
you,
want to say.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it was you I heard say sometime last week, Mr. Hughes, that as if they shut down Belmont Road while Hope Road open for business and Belmont Road shut down. So they're going to wait until the last minute.
No, I
then
didn't
they
say
open
that.
Belmont Road. I think that will work.
I didn't say that. What I've been saying is that the Labour Party has gone to sleep. Yeah? They don't seem to understand that they're in a political fight with the PNP at it 24/7, 365 days now. Yes?
I heard Mr. Chung that what he's doing in the police force, which is true. He's doing that in the police force, which is true and helping, but are they helping the way they need to help to win by election?
I don't know, sir.
That
I don't know.
I think that's what they need to consider and look into if they can.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
Okay. 12 minutes going up to 8 o'clock. Who's next? Neville. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Hughes.
Yes, sir.
Never from Eastern, man. I tell you, this last election, they sweep everything down here. But
This is
Mr.
Neville
Hughes,
from where?
Eastern Westmoreland.
Eastern Westmoreland. Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, I was the one who tell you that all 3 feet down and on. But me tell you, Mr. Hughes, the Finland government and my leader, they look like them penny wise and pound foolish. Because they must spend money and attack our country in the right, are heading in the right direction. You can't come in Westmoreland and tell them that. Because the road them, Mr. Hughes, they are terrible. Some of the road turn one way. The road them terrible. If them want to win election, man, you see where them go to get votes? See how what happen now by center and people, they don't want to come out, and some of them are come out, they can't come out. Them need to cut back some of the money. When me talk to my MP the other night, me talk to him, call the station and he call me back. And he must say they not get no money. Then the Prime Minister and who's up at the head, them habits going at them little division area. When you see some people, they only live in a race 2 chicken and something. And when them buy chicken and then go to Darlington and buy all a bag of feed, they can't get their own. The school children, them will go to Chantilly when a vehicle go down, they have to stop, then jump over water or something. It's terrible, man. They need to put some money in a rural area and get some road clean or something, man. Most ball in me here down here is the road. And it's all over the country. And when election time, them the people they want to come out to vote, You see enough of them today now vote again. Because Patterson left in, Luther left in, and Lawrence can't take you up now and it's worse conditions. You want to come through and see, Mr. Hughes, see the condition. The people them fed up.
Yeah.
I don't them now, man.
So them all vote for Dayton and the PNP.
I tell you, them going to lose it back. It's all 3 feet down here. Them not do something to the road. The road is the most balling people balling for down here. Road. Them have it terrible, man. No road.
Yes.
About 6, 7 years now, they used to all bush the road when Christmas time. About 7 years, you don't bush anymore. A vehicle can't pass you, then lick off the whole of your vehicle side. You have to creep through bush. It's terrible, man. And down at them area, them the poor people, them I vote to them now. And if they now look about some of the things that they really need. So when it's up to go around and come back again and see that. Get out the people them. Give them little road. If I take back and push off some of the things them and push the road them and the people like that. Because them I say PNP left it and the party in a power and nothing. The MP you hardly not seen. And when me talking like that, but I tell you brother the people them upset.
So you're not seeing Lawrence? Lawrence, you're not seeing him?
Why? Running when they all team come back here. And enough people tell me that. I'm sorry to say that, but the truth. And tell me I arrange and they and come through another weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. But the road, and if them not get some money to do some road, bush in our take back and push off some of them. Fat hole where we have to drop down in and some of the picnic them not go to school, you know. Them not have to take taxi, but they not have where to walk. That's terrible, it's terrible, man.
Yes.
So they have to wheel and come again and go in at the year where they might get boat. Push off some of the road them and clean up some of the road and clean out some of the drain them. Because that is why enough of the labor right them me get all PNP vote for the party and I lost election. And them I tell me boy say look like me saw black dog monkey. Yeah. The road is terrible for over the years, you know, Mr. Hughes. And not do to them. And road is the most crime here for road. Because me run election already, you know, for council and lose. And through that, enough of the people, them, and me them a ball fan. Right around. What we do.
So you not tell your party, man? They're not taking it seriously?
Me can't get to them. Here, Mr. Morgan on the radio this evening because it's the only station me listen to, you know. Only station. So I'm going to move my dial. And when it cut off me come in like me a fish out of water when me can't hear your station. And you're hard to get. So,
all right.
Well,
I hope them hear you, sir.
I believe so. From Mr. Lawrence will hear me.
All right.
Okay, sir.
Cool. Chris, good evening.
Yes, Mr. Hughes.
Good evening, Chris.
Evening, Mr. Hughes. The man say you're hard to get through to. So when he make a point, I go and make my point and get off my radio. Mr. Dayton Campbell can't deal with the road. Crystal have to come from St. Mary and fix up Mr. Dayton Campbell get down a bamboo in a St. Anne, right at a parish library. So, Mr. Dayton Campbell can go and all of this. But next thing I'm going to tell you, the man down at Antigua, St. Vincent of the Grenadines, the vice president, he won by 1 vote on the recount. That's a Mr. Gonzalez, PNP Gonzalez, man. The Sapat is a big friend. You understand? So, if the people have come out and PNP said them not come out and then people have come out, I don't want, at the big election, any party decide and say we're not for go out. You understand? So, me just tell you, me a chop and go through because I want some other people get through. I want give condolence to Jamintel from Claremont family.
Yes.
Great man. I love to hear him and Mr. Perkins. And you kind of take up like Mr. Perkins, but you are going now.
No, but
like
with
I say, me a chop and go through and you can comment after me get off. when a man say road, you know, if we have to talk with him 5, 6, 10 minutes. Also, tell Dayton him couldn't fix bamboo. Next run him a run a Cuba, him a run go go study doctor. If he paper them, he right.
Oh, God. I don't know if Dr. Campbell studied in Cuba.
Yeah,
Where
man,
you got that
he studied
from?
in Cuba.
Uh-huh.
That's the information. He studied
No, sir.
He studied was in Cuba.
Oh,
He's a man from Northwest Central.
I see.
Between Northwest Central, Southwest. You have one side of the road and Northwest, one side of Southwest. One side of Mr. Main, one side was the Dayton. And he wouldn't fix no road on the Northwest side from where me live, go up. Him say go 9 vote over there. So he run me from Bamboo. And he couldn't stay at Bamboo when he born and grew, when he mother there. He must run Ghana Westmoreland. Next run him a run. He go over the cliff in the sea to Cuba.
All right, sir. Take care of yourself. All right, that's going to be the last caller for this year, Monday evening. I want to say thanks to all of our callers, our YouTubers, our WhatsAppers, our tweets. Thank you all so much. Our producer, Dana Davey, and our technical operator, Andrew Anderson. And of course, to the members of the news and production team, thank you all so much. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Siobhan Campbell.
Reminding you, take care of your loved one and look out for your neighbor. Good night.
The Coconut Industry Board is encouraging all registered farmers to make contact with their advisory officers and complete the farm